Afternoon. This is a bit of a funny one from Eliot, because the first part of the first verse, if you like, of this of part two of each coca sort of breaks the third wall, if you like. And there's that really nice thing about the humility. He sort of really embodies so much of the romantic spirit in how that he uses language and symbolism to get us to think about existence, but he's also very self-conscious or self-aware, perhaps, of that. That language is only, if it's received superficially, then it's not sufficient. It doesn't engage the imagination. It doesn't sort of draw us into that imaginative space that allows us to think of life differently, to sort of transcend, come out of our everyday and look at life and surroundings and our history and ancestors and everything else. He acknowledges the tension between just a poem being sort of beautiful and poetic and the fact that it also has this job to do to help us think. And so I suppose there's a bit of a Brechtian thing going on there. But anyway, I'm definitely overcomplicating stuff. Anyhow, so here we go. Continuing, four quartets. This is T.S. Eliot, four quartets, East Coker, part 2. What is the late November doing with the disturbance of the spring and creatures of the summer heat, and snowdrops writhing under feet, and hollyhocks that aim too high, red into grey and tumble down, late roses filled with early snow, thunder rolled by the rolling stars, simulates triumphal cars, deployed in constellated wars. Scorpion fights against the sun until the moon and sun go down. Comets weep and Leonids fly, hunt the heavens and the plains, whirled in a vortex that shall bring the world to that destructive fire which burns before the ice cap rains. That was one way of putting it, not very satisfactory. A periphrastic study in a worn-out poetical fashion, leaving one still with the intolerable wrestle with words and meanings. The poetry does not matter. It was not, to start again, what one had expected. What was to be the value of the long looked forward to, long hoped for calm, the autumnal serenity and the wisdom of age? Had they deceived us, or deceived themselves, the quiet-voiced elders, bequeathing us merely a receipt for deceit, the serenity only a deliberate habitude, the wisdom only the knowledge of dead secrets, useless in the darkness into which they peered, or from which they turned their eyes? There is, it seems to us, at best, only a limited value in the knowledge derived from experience. The knowledge imposes a pattern and falsifies, for the pattern is new in every moment, and every moment is a new and shocking valuation of all we have seen. We are only undeceived of that which deceiving could no longer harm, in order to arrive at what you are not. My page is stuck together. We are only undeceived of that which deceiving could no longer harm. In the middle, not only in the middle of the way, but all the way, in a dark wood, in a bramble, on the edge of a grimpen, there is no secure foothold. And menaced by monsters, fancy lights, risking enchantment, do not let me hear of the wisdom of old men, but rather of their folly, their fear of fear and frenzy, their fear of possession, of belonging to another or to others or to God. The only wisdom we can hope to acquire is the wisdom of humility. Humility is endless. The houses are all gone under the sea. The dancers are all gone under the hill. Sorry about the stumbling on the lines. I've got a view that I don't want to reread it. If you want perfect readings, there are plenty of places you can go, so you'll have to suffer with me.